folks. So, welcome to the April 2018 Loot Crate unboxing. Loot Crate's kind of one of those companies I'm really disappointed to the point of delusioned with. And they were one of the first two geek-centered companies that I really started subscribing to. I can't remember if it was first I found NerdBlock and then I picked up Loot Crate like the next month, or I found Loot Crate and picked up NerdBlock the next month. But, you know, I've been subscribing to both since 2014. The quality has gone downhill. The imagination has gone downhill. They're kind of in the position that NerdBlock was in for a while. They so overextended. So many boxes coming out. Just creative wasn't there. And there were a few boxes that just felt phoned in. Likewise with Loot Crate. I can't remember the last time that I had a Loot Crate. And I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Instead, it's kind of like, oh god, what is it now? So, I'm kind of, I haven't decided yet, but I'm kind of leaning towards just discontinuing all the geek boxes. NerdBlock is gone, and I know they've been purchased and they're making a comeback. Geek Fuel is doing this Geek Fuel EXP thing now, which is quarterly. Super Geek Box, they've always been kind of a fun box. But I kind of think I'm kind of starting to outgrow the whole nerd geek thing. I don't know, maybe it's just because I've had a very grueling semester for the last 4 months. Work has just been crushing the shit out of me. So I don't know if I'm in that emotional place or if I'm just genuinely kind of over the whole geek thing. I've mentioned in the past, I was staff with NC Comic Con for many, many, many years. And what I was told in 2017 was that I was removed from staff. No reason why. Nobody ever said, here's why, we're not. It was just, the guy who's like, oh, yeah, you get to be a customer, man. You get to attend. I'm like, fuck you. I sold my comic collection off in 2015. Like I said, maybe I'm just emotionally growing out of it, and that's kind of why I'm not seeing these moments of, joy coming from a lot of the geek boxes. And this is not helping. But we'll see what we've got in here. So the first thing we've got, Epic Minis, Weta Workshop, a Lord of the Rings Frodo Baggins figure. So it looks like, you already catch it on a light. So it looks like this is part of a series. I don't know if these are all randoms in the Loot Crate or not. Actually, probably not, because I'm seeing the UPC code there, and that's kind of one of my big issues with a lot of these boxes lately. NerdBlock was notorious for this. They would buy stuff that was kind of being phased out, buy it cheap, buy it in bulk, put it in boxes. Crap that if I wanted it, I could have bought it when it was on the shelves. But they're just putting it in the boxes. And the sculpt looks nice and everything. Don't misunderstand me. I think the quality is there. I just, not a lot of imagination. I keep thinking back about the early days. Unique products, originals, and just, I'm not seeing that. Let's see what else we've got. So I see the t-shirt. We'll get that in a second. Oh, yawn. I'm not even going to take this out. If you've been watching the videos, there are just a few pain points that I have, for lack of a better thing. One is there are just some fucking franchises that these boxes go back to and back to and back to and back to. And the reigning monarch is The Legend of Zelda. It's like, I have no emotional connection to this franchise whatsoever. I have no emotional connection to this game whatsoever. It just, for some reason, man, they seem to think that, like, Legend of Zelda is catnip for geeks. And, like, for me, it's just, oh, hey, more shit that I've wasted my money on. So we have a map of Hyrule in this case. I guess, if anything, I don't see a UPC code on it. It's not marked as a Loot Crate exclusive, but yeah. Let's see. So 2 more things here. So the one thing I will give them credit for, I always do this with one good thing about each of the boxes, and what I will tell them is, what I will say is, they always do a very good job with their pins. Again, I remember back in 2014. The original pins were just kind of cheap Button-Matics, nothing really special. But a few years ago, they really kind of started to up their game on this. So in this case, we have some sort of generic goblet. You can see they have the obligatory LC in there. Again, not really getting me overly excited. And likewise here, the Dark Crystal 6 note cards with envelopes, and they point out there it's a Loot Crate exclusive. That's great. The one thing I guess I'll give them is I never saw the film in the theater. It came out at a point in time where my mom was kind of poor, and going out to the movies was kind of a luxury when she's trying to make rent and everything else. So I never saw this when it came out in cinemas. And it was just one of those, I never intersected with it. To this day, I'm 45 years old. The film was over 30. Actually, probably 35 at this point in time. I don't know what the note cards look like. I probably won't open it up. But I'll give them at least a little originality there. And beyond that, we've got the T-shirt, which I'll get to in a second. That's it for the Loot Crate. Loot Crate Chalice pins, Dark Crystal note cards, it's the Loot Crate edition. Sorry, here. The Loot Crate edition. Lord of the Rings. Okay, so basically they had them do some sort of a special run of a figure that was already put together. Just kind of yawn. And the T-shirt. So, again, everybody is doing everything Infinity War because, Marvel has been leading up to this. And in this case, we have a Thanos T-shirt. I'll give it this. I mean, the art is nice. Kind of more of a caricature Thanos sitting on the throne, surrounded by skulls, holding the Infinity Gauntlet. The color, I guess gray is a passable, workable color. It beats that kind of tannish beige that some people are putting on. So, the T-shirt, I guess, is okay, but, once again, man, another kind of mediocre, uninspired, bland box from Loot Crate. I was talking at the beginning of the video, I'm kind of thinking about cutting all my geek boxes, and, this is just pushing me in that direction. Cut. Between another shitty Loot Crate box and Geek Fuel moving to this Geek Fuel EXP, I don't know. I may do one more as just kind of the goodbye Loot Crate. I need to see if I'm on a monthly or on a bulk plan. But yeah, Loot Crate once upon a time, they were kind of the gold standard. I used to do way back when head-to-head unboxings. Loot Crate versus Nerd Block, and I would kind of look at each one and determine the winner, and just they kind of fallen. They've fallen a long way. So there we go, folks. That is your April 2018 Loot Crate Unboxing. At this point in time, if you want to go ahead and subscribe, please by all means hit the subscription button down here. Ordinarily, I would say, well, I subscribe to these geek boxes, but I don't think I'm going to be subscribing to any of the geek boxes anymore. We'll see. But if you want to leave some comments, please by all means leave some comments below. I will try to engage. Beyond that, I will see maybe, well, okay, I'll see you for the next box that comes in. I can't guarantee it's going to be a Loot Crate. I can't guarantee it's going to be Geek Fuel. Depending on what happens with Super Geek Box, it may not be Super Geek Box. But I will at least have the Gentleman's Style and Accessory boxes still coming in. So until then, be good to each other. Stay safe out there.